Hi, I'm going to show a game that I played quite recently. It was a game against Deep Rybka 4, and I was black, and the time control was 3 minutes with 3 seconds on each move. So let's take a look. Rybka played e4, responded c5, knight f3, d6, c3, c3, knight f6, bishop e2, knight c6, d3, and also instead of d3 I can play d4, but that leads to a completely different variation. So okay, first of all, if d4, it is not possible to take the pawn obviously on e4 because of queen a5. Okay, that's, for example, in this position, instead of knight c6, that is, it is not possible to take the pawn on e4 because of queen a4 check. So in the game I played knight c6 and the computer played d3, but I was looking at d4, c takes d4, c takes d4, and here it is possible to take the pawn on e4 because now after d5 black can play queen a5 check. So let's take a look at that. For example, queen a5 check, knight c3, knight takes c3, b takes c3, and obviously it would be very foolish to take the pawn on c3 because after bishop d2 the queen has to move, and the knight on c6 is lost. So let's return to the game. The computer played d3 and I responded e5, which is still part of opening theory. Castles, bishop e7, d4. I played castles as well, and here d5. Still part of opening theory. I play knight b8, queen c2, and yeah, I think knight b8 was the last book move. Normally the computer should play something like knight b to d2 over here. But Rybka played queen c2, knight to e8, which looks a little bit strange because it doesn't seem to do very much. But my plan is to play f5, so that will be my next move. So I have to c4, f5, knight to c3, and f4. Oftentimes white will do something similar to black. For example, push the pawn to either f4 or f5, and sometimes even f6. And I think it's a good idea if white or black ever allows you to play another move like I did in this game, f4, just do it, because then you can very easily start a kingside attack. a3 and g5, h3, knight d7. Obviously I have to do something with these undeveloped pieces over here. So knight d7, bishop d2, h6. So I could have played h5, but the problem with h5 is that, I mean, if this knight ever moves just anywhere, then the pawn on h5 will be a target. Okay, I could have played something like knight g7 or something, but there was no rush. So h6, knight e1, knight d to f6, b4, b6. Obviously I have to take care of my queen side as well. Knight d3, knight g7, rook a to b1, bishop d7. The move bishop d7 is, well, for two reasons. Basically, first of all, I have to develop my last piece, because now these three heavy pieces are connected. The rook, the queen, and the other rook. But I also want to play something like queen c8. That was also part of my idea. I want to sacrifice my piece over here on h3. So after b takes c5, rook a to b1. I play queen c8, and the rook returned. I'm not really sure what the point was. I mean, why not just double the rooks or something? But okay, rook b2. And here I played bishop takes h3, g takes h3, and queen takes h3. Now, it's not very easy to actually do something on white's king side, because after the move f3, which obviously stops my move f3. Because imagine this move, white has to either lose the piece or get checkmated. But I think it would have been lost in any case. But so f3, and here everything takes too much time. I mean, either this knight over here or this knight over there. It doesn't really matter because it gives white too much time to protect his king. So I just took a draw. Queen check, king h1, and we just repeated the moves. And after 27, king g1, the game ended in a draw. So that was my game against Deep Rybka 4, and as always, it's not very. Computers often don't see sacrifices like that, but okay, it worked. But there was no checkmate, so I took a draw. I hope you enjoyed this short video about a game that I played against a strong computer engine, and I also haven't made any videos for some time, and hope to get back making more videos. See you soon.